Let's quickly review what happens on the HR diagram when a star, like the sun, reaches the end of its life on the main sequence. So on the main sequence, you have this situation. You have a hydrogen burning core and the rest of the star around it. And the star is kept inflated at its stable position by the energy coming from the core. So the heat and gas pressure coming from the core pushes outward, gravity pulls inward, and it's in a state of normal hydrostatic equilibrium. Then during its lifetime, it's building up helium in the core, and eventually it runs out of hydrogen in the core and it starts to collapse. So once the hydrogen burning shuts off in the core, it will be mostly helium and it'll start to collapse. And when that happens, it's going to heat up even hotter in the core as that collapse happens. And it's going to start burning just outside the core in this hydrogen burning shell. And that's what kicks off its transition to red giant. So if we look at the HR diagram, here's the zero age main sequence. And during its lifetime, it starts out here. So let's say we are a solar mass star. It starts out here, and it gradually gets a little bit hotter and a little bit brighter. And so gradually brightens up here. And then when it shuts off at about 10.4 billion years, according to this diagram, then that's going to kick off its transition from main sequence star to red giant. So as I said, the core is going to collapse. We're going to have shell hydrogen burning around the core. It's actually going to be burning even more hydrogen than ever at a faster rate, and the luminosity is going to increase. So it's going to move up here on the HR diagram. The outer parts of the star are going to expand, and so it becomes a giant star, and it's going to become slightly lower temperature at the surface, and so that hence the redder color. And so it becomes a red giant up at this location here on the HR diagram. And you'll notice that this is common to all of the different stars. So no matter what their mass is, they're all going to go through this situation where they're going to stop burning the hydrogen in their core. That's going to shut down. And then they're going to increase their size, become red giants as shell burning occurs.